I don't think there's a better time to be in data than there is now. How many would you agree? Right? Yeah, there you go. Great, excellent. I was especially impressed by the hackathon. Were you impressed? I thought that was really good work, especially by the fact that they combined so many different approaches to their analysis and then took it and then they made it very meaningful and very simple. I liked that. That really resonated. It was simple. How many people would probably agree that data today is more complex than it was 5 years ago? Couple. Okay, good. How many would agree that the data we're working with today is easier to understand? Why? Why is it not easier to understand? When I look across all the different types of data that we work with and some of the studies that we run and the types of interactions that we see in terms of building models and the way that these are shaping outcomes today, I see that there's no better way to think about data than the fact it's getting more complex and it's more variety and it's more velocity. I would argue also too, when you think about data creativity, you're thinking also about something like a data kaleidoscope. If you think about the kaleidoscope you played with as a child, that kaleidoscope had all these little bits and pieces in there. And what did you do? You used to turn the kaleidoscope, right, to shape different images and to look at different things. What are we doing with data today? We're using a different sort of comparison, right, when we start to shape the data and we start to look at it as it flows from one type of the model into another type, and we start to see how this comes together. The power of the kaleidoscope is that we're bringing different types of data, and we're bringing different velocities of data, more today than we saw even 3 years ago. So that's a big change, right, is the velocity of the data that we're coming up with. Lots of great innovation happening. Today you're going to hear from 9 presenters, and before our jury of 17 jurists, to listen and think about what this means in terms of how they bring different types of data to the equation, what they do with those equations to instill value. And if I can leave you with one thought today is, what is the value of the data that you're driving in your organization and through your solutions? Because at the end of the day, it's about the outcomes that are being formed in those models that are having a sort of pivotal moment in your world. I'd like to start by welcoming to the stage our first presenter, Vincent Jan with AdMaster, and talk a little bit about how this is changing the world to that kaleidoscope. Vincent?